someone walks up to you, he or she said, I am in a bad situation. I think I am being abused. My partner is abusing me. My children are abusing me. My husband is abusing me. What do? You listen to that person. You lend a helping hand. You be a friend. Do not judge. Help that person get out of the situation by calling the police, by being a friend, by showing them there are ways to end the violence. Because if you don't, that person could end up either having a lifetime of abuse, death, or even suicide. Hi, thank you for joining me today. I'm Dr. Rose. This is Dr. Rose's Perfume Corner. Today is a special video to bring awareness to domestic abuse and domestic violence. So October was first declared as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month in 1989. Since then, October has been a time to acknowledge domestic survivors and a voice for its victims. They are survivors. There are a lot of survivors of domestic violence, and there are also a lot of fatalities. This video is about bringing awareness to this really sad situation that most of our friends, family members, colleagues are usually involved in. An average of 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the US. During 1 year, this equates to more than 10 million men and women who are abused by lovers, partners, boyfriend, girlfriends, husband, wives, you name it. And even children who are being abused by their parents, or children who abuse their parents. I know, I said it, yeah. There are children who also abuse their parents. They abuse their elderly parents. This is still considered domestic violence. So, this is a special collaboration video with a few of my colleagues from YouTube. We have decided to come together to shed light on domestic violence since October is declared as National Domestic Violence Month. If you notice that I'm wearing purple today, I think it's purple. Purple has been declared as the color for domestic violence. So we all decided to wear purple, and we're also going to discuss and talk about some purple bottles of perfumes. What does perfume have to do with domestic violence? Not a damn thing. Okay. All right, so we are back. Thank you so much for staying. Again, Dr. Rose here from Dr. Rose's Perfume Corner. This collab video is with the person who put it together, who actually got us involved into doing this video, is Cassandra Jones. We also have the Fragrantician, Fab Fine by Keitra, Tanya Felice, Lulu, Roots Gifted Hand, and also Pam Jordan. When Cassandra put this together, and I was thinking she wanted us to do purple bottles and just in purple, but I wanted to do a little bit extra and do a little bit more because this is, you know, a subject that is very dear to my heart, domestic violence, because I know people who's been you know, involved in domestic violence. I've heard about it, and I personally came very close to being one of those women who could have actually gotten, you know, really hurt by an ex-boyfriend. So, and I remember how it made me feel the day that this guy told me that, you know, he had a problem with me his problem was because I was still breathing, and that was my cue to get out of that relationship, and I got out of that relationship really quickly. So anyway, this is not about me, but this is about, talking about domestic violence, domestic abuse, and what, women and men, children, and people go through during these times. I'm going to talk about the fragrances also, just very, very fast, very quick, show you some purple bottles. But again, fragrances are not related to physical abuse, to domestic violence. But since this is the fragrance channel, I'm still going to talk about some fragrances, and maybe make a couple donations if you dig it. Anyway, there are many things associated with domestic violence. One of them is rape. 1 in 5 women and 1 in 71 men in the United States has been raped in their lifetime. Just imagine that. You walk into a room, there are 10 women, right? 2 of these women have actually been involved in this type of abuse, either by an intimate partner or someone that they have never met. The same thing goes for men. You walk into a room, you have 100 men, 1 of these men have actually been assaulted, either by another woman or by a man or by someone they've never met. Just think about that. So, the moral of the story here, don't judge. Please don't judge. Be a friend. 72% of all murders, suicides involve an intimate partner. 94% of the victims of these murders, suicides, are female. Just imagine that. Again, so now let's talk about children and domestic violence. 1 in 15 children are exposed to intimate partner violence each year. And 90% of these children are eyewitness to this violence. Imagine children, 3, 4, 5, 6, or teenagers sitting at home watching their parents getting beat up by either daddy, mommy, or mommy's boyfriend, or daddy's boyfriend, daddy's girlfriend. This is not something that we want children to be exposed to. Then, okay, so let's talk about the economic impact of this, right? So victims of intimate partner violence lose a total of 8 million days of paid work each year. Why? Because they cannot go to work after they were abused. The woman gets beat up. She has a black eye. She cannot go to work and show her colleagues that she's been, she's getting beat up, right? She has a broken bone. He or she has a broken bone. They cannot go to work because they have to go to a hospital. They have to go to physical therapy. So these are all the things that, when those violences are happening against men and women, that cause them to lose days from work and also lose revenue. So it does have an economic impact on society and also on those people who are victims themselves, survivors. Before we start talking about the physical and mental impact of domestic violence, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do as my part, right? My part will be for everyone who watches this video and makes a comment in the next 30 days after this video is posted. I will donate $1 on behalf of that person or that comment. So if I have 1,000 comments, I will donate $1,000. It sounds like a lot of money, but it's not, because that $1,000 can actually help a family. It can help a woman, can help a man with children, can help feed the kids, buy clothes for them. Because we know most of the time when a woman or a man, they leave home to go live in a shelter because of violence, that person usually leaves the house with only the clothes on his or her back. And it's the same thing for the children. So the person needs clothes, they need food, they need a way to help their kids, their children out. So that $1,000 will help a family. It's not much, but it is something. It is what I, from Dr. Rosie's Perfume Corner, will do in order to support, domestic awareness, violence awareness. All right, are you still with me? Let's talk about the physical and mental impact of this. Women abused by their intimate partners are more vulnerable to contracting HIV or other STIs due to forced intercourse or prolonged exposure to stress. Imagine that. A man is abusing a woman, right? But he's forcing her to have intercourse with him, right? Forcing her to do other things while he's out there bringing all kind of disease because he's not protecting himself. So it's forcing her. So, physical impact, the mental impact of this, and then that person ends up with a sexually transmitted disease or sexually transmitted infection, should I say. So now let's talk about the little fun part of the video. Let's talk about the perfumes. I don't have a lot of fragrances to go over. I'm just going to go over maybe 4 or 5 of them, maybe 4 of them, and then that's it. And then that will be the end of the video. But I'm willing to donate 2 decants from these fragrances to anyone who would like a decant. So I will also maybe just randomly select 2 people and donate the decant to these people. Or if anybody would like a decant of one of them, just let me know. I'm willing to donate 2 of them. All right, fragrance number 1 is Nightfall Patchouli from the House of Carolina Herrera. This is a high quality patchouli fragrance full of amber, cinnamon, and patchouli. My favorite of all time patchouli fragrance. I love this fragrance. I would never ever be without this fragrance. I don't care how much it costs. I will always buy it. It will always be part of my collection because I just love it. This is not for just anybody. I mean, you have to love sweet patchouli fragrances to enjoy this. And it's one of those fragrances that you can wear in the fall, in the winter, and even in the spring. I think it's versatile. I probably wouldn't wear this in the summer, but it's a little sweet. So if you could actually get away with it on summer nights, those cool summer nights when it's not too hot, right? I just love it. If you've never tried this fragrance, please try to smell it. Try to get your hands on a tester or something because it is super good. Super, super wonderful fragrance. Fragrance number 2 is Jihan by Kajal. This is a rose and patchouli combo. Very heavy powerhouse for mature noses. Best to be worn in the winter. Nothing to be worn, like in the summer. Do not wear this in the summer, guys. But then again, it's your perfume, it's your body. Do whatever you want to do with it. But my suggestion is to not wear this in the summer, to save this fragrance for cool winter, and also really at nighttime. You can wear this in the fall. It makes the perfect fall fragrance, and I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Fragrance number 3 is one of those fragrances you either love it or you hate it. Okay, so perfect story about me. I hated this fragrance. 3-4 years ago, you couldn't pay me enough to wear this thing for you. I would be like so upset. If you say, Rose, can you wear this? I would be really, really upset. But now I am in love with it. And I have the limited edition bottle. It's purple and also has some blue in it. It's very beautiful. If you can find the limited edition, if you like beautiful bottles, get your hands on it. This one has jasmine, has some woodsy notes, has some amber. And then, like I said, some people either love it or they hate it. And I have the fragrance, I have the body cream, and I love wearing it, when it's really cold. I don't like to wear it in the summer because I feel like I tried it in the summer ones. It kind of like, I feel like it was burning my skin because it was just a little bit too much, for me to wear in the summer. But fall and winter, this will make the perfect fragrance. Fragrance number 4. This still looks purple to me. It's La Belle Intense by Jean-Paul Gaultier. Vanilla, sweet, fruity, and amber. It's a little flirty. It's a sweet fragrance. This is ageless. Anybody can wear this. You can wear this in the summer, in the spring, even in the fall because it's sweet. It's nice. It's a little, you can wear it to work. It's very easy to wear and an easy pick. If you're going out, to lunch with some friends, or even if you're going maybe to an early dinner, you want, that little really nice fall dress, not too hot. You can just grab this and wear it. And the bottle is beautiful, and it's a beautiful fragrance. So if you have this, I'm sure you're enjoying it. If you don't have it, try to get your hands on it because you will not regret having this fragrance. So this is it for me. Let me talk about the giveaway. So for the giveaway, I will be giving a 5 ml decant of Jihan by Kajal, and I'll also give a 5 ml decant of La Belle Intense. So I will pick 2 subscribers. Anyone who has commented, you have to comment in order for me to pick your name, because I will never know if you do not comment, right? I will not know that you watched the video. So comment, and then I will select 2 people, and then I will mail it out to them in about maybe 2 weeks from now, or maybe the end of next week, right? So again, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for being part of this. And if you live near a shelter, think about making a donation to that, to that women's shelter or that shelter in general. Try to, reach out to a friend, help them out if they tell you they've been, they are involved in a domestic abuse situation. And please do not be a statistic. Do not get into a situation where, the person who's doing the abuse could hurt you. Call the police if you have to. Do not ever walk into somebody's home if you hear someone is screaming, because you never know, you may be the person at the end of the bullet, right? So again, domestic violence, domestic abuse against women, men, and children is real. Based on the information I just shared with you, it is real. This is a real thing. So protect yourself, protect your friends, be a friend.